let's take a chessboard. On a chessboard you have white squares and dark squares. And for many people, the white squares would represent good things that happen to them in life. Let's say you get a promotion, or you meet somebody you care about, or you have your first child, or make some money. It's the positive things. The dark squares for most people would represent the health challenge, you got fired from your job, you're down on your luck, that kind of deal, the more negative association. Well, let's say our journey through life across that board, we start our first move when we're born, and we get to the end of the board whenever we check out and go to the next game, whatever your belief system. But just before we take a step, somebody covers the board in a sheet. Son of a bitch. Right? And we're like, whoa, hang on a minute. Where do we step? Well, question, what's the chances of only stepping on white squares for the rest of your life? Somewhere below 0. What's the chances of only stepping on dark squares? Same. But if you know that in advance, what does the game become about? If I know that there's just an equal amount of chances I'm going to be stepping on what I perceive to be dark squares as what I perceive to be light squares, then surely if something is that inevitable, why get worked up about it? But here's the deeper level of learning from what I've experienced. Who we are as people is made up of something that is intangible. It's the metaphysical. We all know there's two worlds. There's a physical world because we interpret it through the 5 physical senses, and there's a metaphysical world that is beyond the 5 physical senses, but just as real. So if you take what makes us us, it's what makes you, Brian, is not your physical body, because that's changed since you were 5 years old, and it's going to change when you're 95 years old. But it's the same essence of you. But what makes you is your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, your sense of humor, your character, your values, your personality. That's the you that's you. You take that out of you and put it in somebody else, and they become you with a different body. Scary thought for some people. So if the essence of who you are is non-physical, how is that shaped? Because for many, many people, it's the dark squares on the chessboard that shape the essence of us. See, when the sun's out and we're kicking back with a margarita, no big deal. But the best of who you are has to show up when? When it's tested. When the clouds come in. When you're down on your luck. When you look at yourself in the mirror and nobody else is there. That's when the real you gets shaped. And you can either define yourself through it as somebody that becomes greater. Why? Because the strongest trees grow in the strongest winds, not the best soil. Or you can hide behind your story and creep back into your turtle shell.